often gets famous for the wrong reasons, and poor old Ives, who won the William Hill Trophy in 1976, was sadly nicknamed Biter because of 2 or 3 undesirable bits of attempted violence early in his career.
He's in the lead and going strongly from first Sarita. Rampion's dropped back into third. Songcott is coming, and so is Gold Jeb and Dunmurray Boy, but it's Dizzy all the way in the William Hill Trophies. They come up towards the line. What a fantastic horse. He takes so much racing, this horse. He's going to win again today. Coming to the line, it's Dizzy by a good 2 lengths up the line, the winner.
Remember his 2 great runs in the Classics?
He stuck out in more ways than one, Remainder Man. He was a very flashy chestnut, lots of white about him, flaxen tail. There he is in 4th. This is one of the first indications that he was a real elite horse.
78 guineas this one.
Yeah, Roland Gardens is either.
Yeah, Roland Gardens won the guineas, and he gets up right on the line, finished 2nd.
I think they're just about all in. The runner starters orders. And they're off as they burst out of the stalls. One of the first gone is on the far side for Pajama Hunt, also well up with leader Song Fee. Bilai also showing girlish speed, so too the Bratsby. And also right there it's Hawaiian Sound. It's Hawaiian Sound and Camacho now disputed from Song Fee, Remainder Man on the inside. Julio Mariner just in behind him, a Bratsby on the far side. And then on the near side, Orange Marmalade, just in behind them, Inkerman, Admiral's Launch, ex-Directory. And towards the rear of the field in the early stages, Waris and also Gracias, and also towards the rear, Tom Strauss. As they continue through the first quarter mile, Man just in front of Hawaiian Sound, then comes Julian Mariner just in behind them, so too is Whitstead. Gracias well on terms of leaders, just in behind them comes Inkerman, then comes Roland Gardens, Admiral's Launch, followed by Hill's Yankee, so they continue uphill on towards a mile from home marker, and as they do so, it's still just Remainder Man, Hawaiian Sound, these 2 dispute it. And then just in behind them comes Julio Mariner, and then just after them towards the far side, Son Fee, so Bratsby just in behind them, but they're swinging around towards the 7 furlong from home marker. Hawaiian Sound in the lead from Camacho in 2nd place. Then right up with the leaders 2 on the far side, Son Feast. Then on the near side comes Julio Mariner, just in front of Shirley Heights. Remainder Man comes next. And then comes Inkerman. They have about 3/4 mile still to go. And it's Willie Shoemaker on Hawaiian Sound continuing to lead still. From in 2nd place, Camacho. Then in 3rd place, Julio Mariner. Son Feast follows the leading 3. Then just in behind them all in a group is Remainder Man, Inkerman. And also just right there too with the chance just in behind of a Bratsby, but they're swinging now towards Tattenham Corner, and it's Hawaiian Sound still in the lead from Julio Mariner next to rails. Then towards the outside being pushed along is Hill's Yankee. Then comes Camacho. That's a leading 4. Remainder Man just in behind them. Then comes Pajama Hunt. Formidable making a run on the far side. Under pressure on the near side being pushed along is Inkerman. But they're coming now towards the 3 furlong from home marker. And it's Hawaiian Sound still the leader from Julio Mariner. Now makes round go to 2nd. Formidable just in behind them. Remainder Man and Tony Ives right there with a chance. They have a 1/4 mile still to go. And it's Willie Shoemaker on Hawaiian Sound in the lead from Remainder Man. Picking out ground on the outside is Pajama Hunt. Then comes Shirley Height and Julia Mariner. I don't think going to find any more. They're coming now towards the final furlong. It's Hawaiian Sound still holding Remainder Man. And Shirley Height's going with a tremendous run on the far side. They've got about 100 yards still to go. It's Hawaiian Sound on the near side. Shirley Height's on the near side. And it's Shirley Height who gets up at the last try to win it from Hawaiian Sound, Remainder Man, Pajama Hunter, Bratsby, Whitstead, Julia Mariner, Roland Gardens, Formidable, Goblin, and comes Orange Marmalade on the near side, extra rectory.
But wait till you see this. Bronsbury in the Norfolk Stakes. His only defeat in 6 runs had been by Horage. If they had raced it over 4 furlongs, nobody would have caught him. But as Crayon found out here, 5 furlongs at Ascot for Bronsbury is almost too far.
And it's Bronsbury who's the clear leader from Bold Bob, with Crayon trying to get on terms. And as they race down now inside the final furlong, and it is Bronsbury clear from Crayon, who's trying to get on terms with him. And as they race for the line, and it is Bronsbury from Crayon, and these 2 a long way clear from Marive, who's come through into 3rd place.
First, Brondesbury, 2nd, Crayon, and 3rd, Marive.
Bronsbury just lasting home in the Norfolk Stakes in record time. And sadly, that was the last we saw of him. But when we move on to the...
Well, the favourite for the Norfolk Stakes for 2-year-olds was Bronsbury at 11 to 8 on. And Tony Ives' first task was to get him down to the post without his getting away from him. The last time he ran here at Ascot, he went down far too free. Coming back, he went just a little bit quicker.
And they're away. Bronsbury over towards the left of the picture. Goes straight into the lead from Crayon, Bold Bob, Balroyale towards the right. Crayon and Bold Bob chasing Bronsbury, with Balroyale making good ground now on the inside, on the right of the picture, that is, as we see them. But as they cross the intersection there, you'll note that Bronsbury had a 2-length advantage over Lester Piggott on the right, on Balroyale, who's gone a clear second now ahead of Bold Bob and Crayon. And drifting a little bit towards the left, he is Bronsbury, and he's gone right over to the far rail, to run up the rail, Tony Ives. And he's past the 2 furlong pole. Bronsbury in the lead. Crayon is under pressure. Balroyale getting nowhere now, and in fact has been passed by Bold Bob. They're racing down towards the furlong pole, and it's Bronsbury being chased all the time by Crayon, and Crayon making very definite progress now as they come up towards the line. But it's Bronsbury from Crayon. Crayon still challenging towards the near side. Bronsbury from Crayon. Bronsbury and Crayon as they race towards the line. It's very close indeed. Bronsbury's just won it from Crayon.
Bronsbury the winner, 11 to 8 on. Crayon second at 4 to 1. Mari third at 50 to 1.
And the Robert Sangster horses, Red Line Fever has a red hat, second from the right of the picture. Under orders and they're away for the Flying Chargers, and they settle down through the first furlong. Towards the left of the leading group is Superlative, to the right of him Defecting Dancer, to the right of Defecting Dancer is African Abandon, and then Bossy Boots, and to the right of the whole group, leading them in fact, is Red Line Fever. They've completed a furlong and a half, Red Line Fever in the lead. From Breaker Boy on the outside of him, and there Chapel Cottage stumbles, Willie Carson does well to recover, coming down to the halfway stage. Red Line Fever from African Abandon, Defecting Dancer and Superlative on the near side. At the halfway stage in the Flying Charger, and Defecting Dancer just has it, but Superlative is with him. Superlative and Defecting Dancer from African Abandon and Red Line Fever. Then Reach trying to pick up ground, so too Runaway Girl. Just over a furlong and a half to go, and it's Superlative in the lead from Defecting Dancer. Superlative, Defecting Dancer, then comes Reach, Breaker Boy, Runaway Girl, Chapel Cottage staying on again inside the final furlong, and Superlative in the lead. Superlative going on by ahead, but Defecting Dancer is fighting back close home. Superlative, Defecting Dancer coming up towards the line. Superlative just has it by half a length. Superlative the winner, Defecting Dancer second. Chapel Cottage, a brilliant recovery, comes on to finish third in a photo with Reach. A gap then to Runaway Girl and African Abandon and Breaker Boy. Red Line Fever, Bossy Boots, and the back marker is Follow Be Follow. And so the result of this Flying Charger Stakes, a win for number 7, Superlative, owned by Mrs. P.L. Young, trained at Newmarket by Bill O'Gorman, ridden by Tony Ives.
Video really on his toes in the number 1 draw. Under orders and off. Pro Video fast away, Lucky Song next to him. On the outside is Lobbit. Coincidental showing good speed in the centre of the course. But after a furlong, it's Pro Video on the rails with Lucky Song, Upsize and Coincidental and Lobbit, and they're going really fast. Pro Video by a length from Lucky Song, Coincidental, Lobbit on the wide outside, and no rebate of trailing at this point. As they pass the 4 furlong marker, Pro Video still by a length. Lobbit on the outside, Coincidental being ridden along. Lucky Song is lobbing along behind the leader, and Tony Ives really making Pro Video work. Pro Video, Lucky Song, Lobbit towards the outside, Coincidental and no rebate. 2.5 furlongs to run. Pro Video still. Lobbit's the danger now. Lucky Song's in third, and these 3 are drawing clear as they come towards the 2 furlong marker. Pro Video going smoothly. Lobbit on the outside. Lucky Song just dropping out of contention now as they come down to the furlong marker. Tony Ives goes for his whip, but he's in command. Pro Video is in command, and the crowd are rising to him. A terrific cheer goes up. Pro Video drawing away from Lobbit. Lobbit coming back, fighting back, but Pro Video's going to do it. He's going to beat the record. It's number 14 at the line. Pro Video's the winner. Lobbit second. Lucky Song is third. No rebate is...
Polar Gap. Behind them, Sheriff Star making good ground on the inside. Racing round the home turn, and Golden Wave being challenged by Triad towards his outer. Then comes Carla Card still being pushed along. Polar Gap still going well in 4th. In 5th is Sheriff Star. Then comes Lazars coming to the 2 furlong pole. Triad being pressed by Carla Card in the sheepskin noseband towards the outside, and Polar Gap now coming there very strongly over on the far side. It's Polar Gap now who's taken it up. Polar Gap being chased by Sheriff Star. Lazars coming there strongly on the stern side, but it's Polar Gap now as they race up towards the line from Sheriff Star. Sheriff Star putting in a tremendous challenge. It's Polar Gap, Sheriff Star. Sheriff Star beginning to get up, but as they come to the line, Sheriff Star has won it from Polar Gap. Carla Card third, and 4 was Lazars.
Sheriff Star the winner at 9.
That's it, and away they go. And Sheriff Star missed the beat, but presumably on purpose, as indeed Galitzin shares the early running with Intan. It's Galitzin and Insan through the first furlong by a length and a half to Sheriff Star and Al Wahoosh back in 4. They've completed a furlong. The pace looks quite a strong one, with Galitzin leading, but Insan going up on the outside of it. And now Insan, whose stamina is not in doubt, is taken to the front by Willie Carson and goes a length and a half ahead of Galitzin in second. This good pace should suit both Sheriff Star and Al Wahoosh, are taking quite a keen hold back in 4 as they race down the far side of the Knaves Mire down to the 9 pole, which they pass with Insan leading by a length and a half to 2 to Galitzin, with the grey Sheriff Star on the outside of it, half a length back in 3rd. A break then is a length and a half, and Al Wahoosh is in 4. They pass the mile pole, and it's Insan that leads. Insan leading from Galitzin in 2nd place, racing down towards the 7. Sheriff Star moving up on the outside of it, and he's just drawing 2 to 3 clear of Al Wahoosh. They've passed the 7 pole and continuing to sweep left-handed into the home straight. Insan leading from Sheriff Star now, who goes up on the outside of Galitzin, past the 6 pole halfway in the grey Voltigeur, and it's Insan leading from Sheriff Star in 2nd. Insan in the lead from Sheriff Star in 2nd. Galitzin next to the rails is 3rd. Al Wahoosh and his white face back in 4 on the turn in. Insan leading. Insan going on by length to Sheriff Star on the outside of Galitzin. Just in behind these comes Al Wahoosh down to the 4. Insan out in front from Sheriff Star 2nd. Galitzin is 3rd. Al Wahoosh just being niggled along by Steve Cawthon now as they come down towards the 3 pole. And Insan out in front. Insan leading. Sheriff Star just being asked to quicken on the outside by Tony Ives, and he's trying to get a bit closer, but Insan now goes. They come down to the 2 pole. Insan has it by a length from Sheriff Star in 2nd. Al Wahoosh has passed Galitzin. A furlong and a half to go, and Insan with Sheriff Star trying to close on the outside. Insan next to the rails. Sheriff Star down the centre of the track, and Sheriff Star quickens up the better, and Sheriff Star knows he's ahead. Sheriff Star by half a length. Sheriff Star by a length at the line. Sheriff Star beats an unlucky Insan again. Al Wahoosh back in 3rd. Back in 4 is Galitzin. And so the result of this great Voltigeur, it's a win for number 1, Sheriff Star, owned by Lavinia Duchess of Norfolk, traded at Littlehampton by Lady Harris, bred by Lavinia Duchess of Norfolk, and ridden by Tony Ives, the 11-4 winner of this Group 2 mile-and-a-half great Voltigeur. That one beat Insan, who, don't forget, was in receipt of £3 from Sheriff Star, ridden by Willie Carson. 3rd horse home is Al Wahoosh. Steve Cawthon completing the 4-runner lineup was number 6 Galitzin. And so
7 Insan, the 11 to 8.
And there is the latest betting, 5-4 on Forest Flower.
Low is the one nearest to us, My Imagination in the blue. But that's it, they're under orders and they're away, and Forest Flower breaks out very smartly indeed. So too does a Buzz, My Imagination and Minstrella. And behind these, Twyla up with the pace. Then comes Candle in the Wind. And through the first furlong, My Imagination, a Buzz. And next to the far rails, the odds-on favourite, Forest Flower in the black jacket gold stripe. With her is Twyla. Minstrella now has got the outside berth that she wants. Surely Great, the filly with a white face on the extreme left of the picture, just tracking Candle in the Wind. And through the first furlong, it's My Imagination, Twyla, a Buzz, and next to the rails, Forest Flower. After these, Blue Tango, Minstrella in the yellow jacket, another yellow jacket, Stay Low, then Darcy, Candle in the Wind, and Surely Great. With just over 2 furlongs to race, it's Minstrella, the horse with the noseband, who quickens up and goes clear from Forest Flower. Twyla under pressure, not finding a lot. A furlong and a half to go, and it's Minstrella in the lead from Forest Flower, who's now being asked to lengthen by Tony Ives. How much can she find? Minstrella in the lead from Forest Flower, who's really fighting back in terrier fashion, coming up toward the line. It's Forest Flower who comes through. Forest Flower goes on by half a length. Minstrella fights back, nothing in the locker. Forest Flower the winner from Minstrella in 2nd place, with Blue Tango finishing well for 3rd, a Buzz 4, then Candle in the Wind, My Imagination. Behind these, Stay Low, Darcy, Surely Great, and dropping away to be last of all was Twyla. And so the outcome of this Pritchard Services Cherry Hinton, it's a win for number 1, Forest Flower, owned and bred by Mr. Paul Mellon, trained at Kingsclear by Ian Balding, and Tony Ives, 39th winner of the season, and so a double for him this afternoon on these 2 Ian Balding train winners. 2nd, I think we'll find, was number 4, Minstrella, ridden by John Reed, and these 2 were mighty long way in front of the 3rd horse, Blue Tango. And don't forget that she had lowered a track record the last time she
Darling Knight 10-1, Carol's Treasure 12s, Rebel Razor is 16-1 now, and it's 20-1 bar.
That's it. And they're running. And Madged, in fact, broke quite fast towards the left. Shady Heights right towards the right of the picture. Rambuki, and right up with them Rebel Razor and Forest Flower with the sheepskin noseband. It's Madged on the near side though with the advantage from Rebel Razor and Rambuki. Forest Flower just in behind, and Darley Knight tracking Forest Flower as they run down now past the 4 furlong marker, racing towards the 3 now. Madged on the inside, right up with them Rebel Razor and Rambuki, and Shady Heights over on the far side. Forest Flower tucked in just behind Madged and Rebel Razor as they come down towards the 2 furlong marker now. And it's Rebel Razor with Forest Flower now coming between Rebel Razor and Rambuki. Shady Heights over on the far side. They're coming down to the furlong pole now, and Forest Flower, the only filly, strikes the front now from Shady Heights over on the far side, and it's Forest Flower now from Shady Heights. Tony Ives from Steve Cawthon as they race into the closing stages. The filly Forest Flower from Shady Heights putting in the determined challenge over on the far side, but it's Forest Flower lengthening her stride. She's going to win it as they come to the line. Forest Flower has won it from Shady Heights, quite close, but judge could call for a photo, but she's won it all right. Carol's Treasure and is right up there, very close for third with Killer Spree. Rambuki right up with them, very close for third, but I think little doubt that Forest Flower has just held that very determined challenge by Shady Heights, but officially it's a photo finish between number 12 Forest Flower, number 11 Shady Heights, and a photo for third place between Rambuki, Carol's Treasure and Killer Spree.
7-4 on favourite. The second number 11 Shady Heights 7-2, and third number 10 Rambuki 33-1. You'll note there were nine runners.
Polonia 7-1. Final Moment, who was caught up in the starting gate just now. I don't know whether it'll run. And Cipriani are at 20s, and Indian Lily 50-1, 66-1 bar. Let's now pick up the commentary from RTE.
Milligram is in to 3, Indian Lily in 2. Final Moment, who's caused all the problems. Still about to enter number 9. So they're off and running in the Goff's Irish 1000 Guineas. Final Moment is running okay. She's there second from the left as the early running is made by taking steps towards the outside, crossing over, disputing the lead. Final Moment close up too, with Rose Supreme on the inside. Milligram just behind them. They're followed by Indian Lily, and they don't appear to be going a particularly fast pace early on. Rose Supreme's in front, taking steps in second. Final Moment in third, then Milligram the favourite 4, Indian Lily on her outside in 5, as they cross towards the elbow now, with over 3/4 of a mile to race, and the leader on the inside, Rose Supreme, from taking steps in second, and they're followed in third place by Indian Lily. Then towards the inside is Final Moment. Just in behind these comes Milligram with Forest Flower. Calorama towards the outside of Minstrella. Racing now towards the halfway stage, and as they do so, it's Rose Supreme and taking steps the leaders. They're followed by Indian Lily on the outside, Milligram tracking them. Final Moment is next in 5th, then comes Forest Flower, then Minstrella. They're followed towards the outside by Polonia. They're racing down now past the 3 furlong marker, and Rose Supreme coming under pressure, taking steps, disputing the lead. Milligram going well, then Indian Lily. Final Moment is next, Cipriani towards the inner, then towards the outside Polonia, then Minstrella. Forest Flower is boxed in, then Native Sal, Calorama in rear. They're passing the 2 furlong pole now on the Irish 1000, and Milligram Water Swinburne comes through to take it up from taking steps. Polonia throwing down a challenge on the outside. Forest Flower trying to work her way through. Minstrella poised for lots of challenge. They're a furlong down, and Milligram is the leader. From Forest Flower, Cipriani taking steps, then Minstrella and Polonia. They're inside the final furlong, and Milligram being attacked by Forest Flower on the far side. And Forest Flower beginning to get up on the inside of Milligram as they race towards the finish. Forest Flower on the far side. Forest Flower from Milligram taking steps as third. Then Final Moment and Cipriani close between them for 4th place. Then Minstrella and Native Sal. They're followed in by Rose Supreme. Polonia disappointment. Then Calorama and Indian Lily is the last to finish. But it'll be a photo, but it does look as if number 3, Forest Flower, owned and bred by Paul Mellon, trained by Ian Balding and ridden by Tony Ives, has got the better of Milligram and Walter Swinburne. The judge has called for a photo, but there appears to be little doubt that the winner there is number 3. The black colours with the yellow cross. Forest Flower getting the better of Milligram, taking steps possibly third, and it would be, I'd say, another tight one for 4th place, with Final Moment on the outside, and on the inside Cipriani.
Milligram evens favourite second and taking steps third at 66 to 1.
Quarter race, Givano from Spicy Story Overtura, Indy Pulse trying to come with a run up on the outside, in the pale jacket closing on the leaders is Old Country, Life Pier being rode along, Tali Quali begins to pick up ground in the red, 3 out, and here it's Spicy Story and Old Country, who the two who take it up from Overtura. Next to the rails, Givano trying to keep on, just past the bushes. Tali Quali coming with a strong run up on the outside, and Tali Quali has come through to dispute it with Old Country. Old Country and Tali Quali from Spicy Story. Givano, Overtura, Life Pier now switch to the outside and going to stay on for a minor place, but it's Tali Quali who goes for home from in second place. Old Country a furlong left to race, and it's Tali Quali really sticking his neck out. Tali Quali, the 25 to 1 winner, is going to come 6th.
I think we've got a good chance. I mean, you've won 4 out of the last 6 run-ins. And are there going to be any sort of team tactics? Yeah, beat the ladies. That's the main thing. And how about you?
Team tactics?
Yeah, team tactics first of all.
Didn't really think there were any allowed in flat race.
I think the team tactics started with your ride. How did you manage to get on one of Richard Whittaker's? You rode a winner for him about a month ago.
Somebody must have been feeling good. I don't normally win any draws, so I think this one was a particular bonus to me. As you can see, I've got a problem weight-wise.
And have you still sort of retained your enthusiasm? Do you still get a kick from riding in races?
I think so, yes. I enjoy the riding out, actually. I enjoy seeing how horses go on, and working with them. And
how about the jumping? Have you had any plans to go jumping this winter?
Unlikely, I think. Unlikely.
Stick to the flat game now.
It's time. It's a little bit easier to do the flat game.
And Tony, you're going back to Hong Kong shortly.
Yes, I am, yes.
But you're really keen to go back. I mean, you didn't want to leave in the first place. Why is it so much better than over here? Why do you enjoy it so much?
2 days' work. For the same amount of money, really.
You won't be setting too much. Anyway, I wish you both the best of luck.
In spite of the climate.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you very much. Well, I hope we, makes an enjoyable spectacle, because that's...
Yeah, that's the main thing.
That's the main thing. It's a bit of fun. But I dare say when those stores open, it'll be every man for himself.
Or indeed woman.
Or woman. And let's give Gatcombe a plug tomorrow, because you're off there later on. You've been
yes, I'm skiving. I'm skiving, really. I should. Dressage is going on today, and the show jumping cross country is tomorrow.
And you've been painting poles and doing all sorts.
No, hammering and weeding and all sorts of things. Yes.
And what time does it start tomorrow?
Cross country starts 9:30.
9:30. Wish you the best of luck. I wish you best of luck. Just a few.
Can I just say that we hope Sharon Murgatroyd, you're all watching, and we all send our regards to her.
That's great.
Yes, and the girls at the gate apparently have done extremely well with just a bucket, so we're very grateful to those who've already helped.
Well, there's a print being auctioned in only Sharon, and we've got plenty more news of her coming later.
Yes. Well, she certainly encourages us, so I hope we can encourage her.
Amazing. Right. Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Battery, the favourite Chiclet, under orders. They're away up on the very wide outside as the game's up. And through the first furlong, it's Prince Leaf who goes on, stretching them. Quite a fast pace on early. 7 Ball is second, Evros third. Sit up 4, Chiclet 5. The back marker as the game's up. K Battery towards the rear. Show Me Air just had to be snatched up there through the first furlong. And it's Prince Leaf, the 3-4 length leader. Over 7 Ball in second. Pagan of Troy now goes third. Evros in a good position, races 4, All Fair 5. Chiclet 6, and behind these K Battery 7. Stanitas 8, Show Me Air 9. And up on the outside, now last of all, is Sidab. So it's Prince Leaf. Tony Kimberley looks around to see where the others are. Don't worry, Tony, they're not that far behind. 7 Ball and the starred cap on the inside of Pagan of Troy. Then comes Evros and Chiclet, and behind these All Fair and K Battery. Show Me Air now tries to make ground up on the inside. Brushwood is towards the rear. So they begin the sweep out of the back straight, and with just over 5 to race. It's still the grey, Prince Leaf in the lead. From 7 Ball and Pagan of Troy, and then Evros and Chiclet close up. The game's up makes good ground, getting a clear run this week. Got no sort of run at all at Sandown last week, but the game's up makes ground up on the outside. Just over 4 to race. The grey, Prince Leaf, yet to be headed. 7 Ball, the race now opening up. Chiclet coming with a run. The game's up. Brushwood switch to the extreme left of the main group. All Fair trying to come with a run. 3.5 to race, and this is a real race. Princeleaf in the lead from 7 bore. Pagan of Troy. Evros tries to make room next to the rails. Chicklip being rowed along, but he'll stay on. Here on the very wide outside comes Brushwood with a strong run, but it's 7 bore who goes for home. Just over 2 to race, and 7 bore the leader, and goes on. Princeleaf in second. Pagan of Troy third. K Battery tries to stay on. All Fair coming with a run down the centre of the track, but 7 bore is clear from Chicklip and All Fair and Princeleaf. Chaumier getting into top gear, but we want to go. It's 7 bore who's clear. 7 bore from Chaumier, who's fairly eating up the ground, closing in second place. 7 bore from Chaumier and Chicklip. 7 bore, Chaumier, Chicklip. Chaumier actually flying at the finish. It's a photo between 7 bore and Chaumier. Then came Chicklip and Sidab, followed by Princeleaf. Then came All Fair and K Battery and Brushwood, and the game's up and Evros. Staditas, and last of all was Pagan of Troy. And so the outcome of this, the John Smith's Magnet Cup, it's very, very close indeed. A photo between number 5, 7 bore, owned by Sheikh Mohammed, if he's held on. Trained at Newmarket by Frankie Dern, ridden by Jeff Baxter. Also in that photo is the fast-finishing Chaumier, the top-weighted Chaumier, trained at Newmarket by Robert Williams and ridden by Tony Ives on a hat. First furlong is Masked Ball who goes on. Masked Ball in the lead from Tassara in second place, Inishmore Island third. Dalgadir settled well in 4, Dancing Zeta 5. After these, K Battery and Merle, followed by Try to Stop Me, and then Atoka. And through the first furlong, it's Masked Ball who leads from Inishmore Island in the stripes, and then in the dark green jacket, that's Tassara. Dancing Zeta on the outside, then Dalgadir and K Battery and Merle, and Try to Stop Me, Atoka towards the rear, so too is Chicklip. Chaumier, last year's winner, just creeping up about 4th from the right of the picture. But as they pass the 7 furlong pole, it's Masked Ball who leads from Inishmore Island in second place. Masked Ball, Inishmore Island, then Dancing Zeta in third, Tassara 4, Dalgadir racing 5, K Battery 6, Merlin 7, Try to Stop Me 8, Chaumier 9, Chicklip 10. Atoka the back marker. Race down to the 5 furlong pole, and it's Masked Ball who leads from Inishmore Island in second place, and Dancing Zeta in the yellow visors back in third, and they're in line for home. And Masked Ball, Martin Fry really testing these now, goes clear of Inishmore Island second, then Dancing Zeta in third, Merle back in 4 and Tassara, and behind these comes Dalgadir. They've only got just over 3 furlongs to race, and Masked Ball is clear of Inishmore Island in second and Dancing Zeta third. Making ground down the centre of the track is K Battery. After this one races Atoka and Tassara, but they've got just over 2 to go. Masked Ball still clear of Inishmore Island in second and Merle in third. Then comes Tassara, Dalgadir, K Battery under pressure. Atoka starts to pick up ground. Masked Ball just over a furlong to go, still clear. Inside the final furlong now, Masked Ball clear by some 2 to 3 lengths from Merle, who starts to power, and Chaumier next to the rails coming with a tremendous run right down the centre of the track to Try to Stop Me, and Chaumier eats up the ground as he did last year. Another impressive victory for Chaumier, gets the post in time. Masked Ball is second, Atoka is third, Merle is 4, Inishmore Island 5, Try to Stop Me 6, Tassara 7, Dalgadir a disappointing 8. Then came K Battery, and after that one came home Dancing Zeta. Chicklip was last of all, and so the outcome of this John Smith's Magnet Cup, history has repeated itself. A win for number 2 Chaumier, Mr. Colin G.R. Booth and Mrs. M.I. Booth, trained at Newmarket by Robert Williams and ridden by Tony Ives. Outside of that one was number 13 Masked Ball, ridden by Martin Fry. That one tried to steal the race and very, very nearly succeeded. Third was number 11 Atoka, ridden by Michael Hills, who was well in arrears at halfway and picked up through the closing stages in the striped jacket to finish third. Also in that picture with the blue sleeves, Try to Stop Me, Merle, who flattered a furlong out to run out of puff, and on the extreme left of picture, Inishmore Island in the stripes. Well, would you believe it? Chaumier comes back to land his third course distance win in very much a similar style to the way in which he succeeded last year, i.e. not sighted till the final furlong, then came home to win at 11 to 1 in another last gasp of victory by Tony Ives. It's Alcombe, and on the inside Freed racing with it. Whitewash is third, Busted Rock on the outside of Icona and Athens Gate. Behind these comes Firelight Fiesta and House of Commons. And there was money for Athens Gate right at the off, return 6 to 1. Alcombe comes to take up the running, 8.5 furlongs to go. The pace a strong one, set by Alcombe, 3 parts of a length back to Freed in second, Whitewash third. Then comes Icona in 4. Sunday Sports Star is in 5th place. Athens Gate 6. And then Busted Rock showing in 7. Followed by Firelight Fiesta and Just My Bill. House of Commons is the back marker. And so they pass a 7 pole. Pace is strong. Alcombe sets it clear by 2. Over Afreed in 2nd place. Whitewash and Icona as they come down towards the 6th pole. Then comes Sunday Sports Star racing in 5. Followed by Athens Gate and Busted Rock, and Firelight Fiesta in the pale jacket having to pull wide to challenge. Starts to make his ground. Interesting that Tyrone Williams is keeping Busted Rock very much in his sights as they pass the 5. And Alcombe has it with Afreed on the outside. Then in behind these comes Icona. These are followed in by Busted Rock and Firelight Fiesta wide. Whitewash in the yellow cap going well. Then comes Sunday Sports Star ridden along there past the 4. And Alcombe has it. Icona coming with a run. Next to the rails, Athens Gate isn't out of it. Afreed is being pushed along. Whitewash coming with a run. Busted Rock, the favourite, is on the extreme left, just got out of the picture. Down towards the 2 pole, and Icona has it from Alcombe. Afreed. Whitewash puts in a big run. Then comes Firelight Fiesta ridden along, but up front, the race concerns 3 at this stage, and they are Whitewash, Afreed, and on the right, Icona being chased along. Just over a furlong to go, and it's still these 3 duelling. They're 4 clear of Firelight Fiesta and Athens Gate and Alcombe, and up towards the line. Whitewash now gives way as Icona puts in a big challenge to Afreed, and Icona going on, and Icona has it from Afreed. Icona, Afreed, Whitewash, Firelight Fiesta for 4, close to 5, Athens Gate, Alcombe. Then House of Commons disappointing again, and that one was followed in by Sunday Sports Star. Then came Busted Rock trailing them, and by some ways Just My Bill. And so a 1-2 for Michael Stout in this 30th running of the John Smith's Magnic Cup, and the outsider of the 2 at 12-1 has won this one in the owned by Mrs. V. Hugh Williams, bred at the Wharton House Stud, trained at Newmarket by Michael Stout, ridden by Tony Ives, and so it's Tony's 3rd win in the race since 1985. Tony successful twice with Show Me and Robert Williams. Second was number 10, Afreed, ridden by Gary Carter. Officially, it's a photo 1-2. The 3rd horse home was number 5, Whitewash. 4th, number 7, Firelight Fiesta. And so this race that so far had eluded Michael Stout has gone to him in the sort of...
Number 10, Afreed.
They're on the track for the Budweiser Arlington Million. This race is weight for age. No 3-year-olds, all carry 126 pounds except the filly, Free Guest, who gets in with 122 weight assignment. King of Clubs is the 9 horse. He'll be flying at the finish. He's small and tough. He ships well. He's in good shape. And Pat Ettery, who rode Ptolemaio to win in '83, is in the irons. Number 2 is the Great Big Gelding, over 6 hands high, teleprompter, good early foot, tough as they come. 1.25 miles might be too much real estate. He's never won at this distance. The 5 horse, there's the filly, Free Guest. And Steve Cawthon aboard. I wonder if he's changed his riding style so much that we won't be able to pick him out. Maybe he'll ride high in the saddle.
All set. And they're off. And it's a perfect start in the Budweiser Arlington Million 5. The Noble Player down along the rail. Tsunami Slew on the outside. Dramelis right there now between horses. Passing the stands now the first time. Dramelis has a half-length lead. Tsunami Slew out there second. Teleprompter moves through along the rail into contention. Teleprompter now puts his head in front. Dramelis right there second length. Tsunami Slew out there third. Free Guest to filly with the leaders fourth by 4. And along the rail, that's the Noble Player, race scene now in 5th, followed out there by Elma Moon, race scene 6, Kings Island 7th, Greenton leaks for Racing Room in 8th, King of Clubs out there, Nightgate Dancer 10th now by about 3, Flying Pigeon is 11th, Tahar is 12th, and both ends burning, trails the field, that's the 13 of them, and they begin their long journey up the back stretch. Teleprompter showing the way, dashing clear now a length and a half. Dramelis digs in along the rail in second. Tsunami Slew right alongside third now by 2 lengths. Free Guest to the outside fourth. The Noble Player down along the rail in 5th. Elma Moon out there 6th. Greenton still in close down along the rail in 7th. Kings Island out there race scene 8th. King of Clubs down along the rail race scene 9th. Both ends burning out there 10th. Gate Dancer no place to go. Then it is Dahar and Flying Pigeon is 13th and last. They've got a half-mile to run in the race. Teleprompter circles the fire turn as shortly. Tsunami Slew running at him now second. Free Guest picks up the leaders out there strongly. Third, Alma Moon. Racing for Dromalis. Dropping back in fifth, Queenton. Finally finds Racing Room to the middle of the track. But it's still Teleprompter, the one to catch. Here they come, spinning out of the turn. Teleprompter cuts the corner, dashing clear. Tsunami Sue is second, Queenton. Up there, Racing now. Third, Alma Moon. Is fourth, Flying Pigeon. Down along the rail, Racing in fifth. Down the stretch, Teleprompter has it by three. Queenton is flying. Teleprompter. Here's Queenton, but it's Teleprompter. Teleprompter by 3/4 of a length. He takes it. Queenton is second by about 4. Flying Pigeon is third.
Teleprompter beautifully rated through fractions of 23 and 3, 47 and change, 116 and 3 for 6 furlongs. Here comes Pinkai on the outside, and down the stretch they come. It's going to be a 2-horse race for the wire. Teleprompter, the big gelding, is going to hold on. Greiton closing with every stride, and he had trouble as they moved on to the backstretch. I think he was in tight quarters and stumbled just a bit, but I don't think it would have changed the finish here. It was Teleprompter, and Teleprompter, this buds for you as Greiton gets the place spot and way far back to the show finish, and I don't know who that was finishing third, but there it is.
Pigeon,
there it is. It's Teleprompter, the winner by about 3/4 of a length. Greiton, who was coupled with Dahar, and sure enough, Flying Pigeon, who came from last to get the show spot as a long shot.
Not official yet, but the winner, Teleprompter, and 2:03 and 2. Indeed, the British John Henry running a big race at Arlington Park today, ridden beautifully by Tony Ives, owned by Lord Derby, a famous name. Oh, and much like John Henry, Teleprompter was still a little bit left in him. And a magnificent race ridden by Tony Ives today. And we have with us one of the famed names in all of racing, Lord Derby, the 14th Earl of Derby. 18th. I'm only missed by a couple, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed. I must say it's been a wonderful thrill. He's now won in 4 countries. I think he is to me what John Henry was to you in your country.
And that indeed is his nickname.
Well, so I hear, yeah.
Trained up in the moors up in Yorkshire?
That's right, yeah.
And they obviously made the trip well.
Well, he did. He's a marvelously cool horse, and he's a horse with tremendous courage.
Dick, we have Tony Ives, the winning jockey, came over on the Concorde today with Steve Coffin. It was a very beneficial trip for him. You got out front, you were able to set some pace, and you had plenty of horse left in the stretch, it appeared.
I did, yeah. The turning track really suits him, because he gives himself a little bit of a break, and then he picks up again. He's done it super today.
Teleprompter from England, the gelding, the winner, paying $30.40. Greiton, the favorite, second. Flying Pigeon, third.
Behind them, it was King of Clubs, fourth. The Noble Player was fifth. Alma Moon, sixth. Tsunami Slew finished seventh in the middle of the pack. Both ends burning, then Dahar, then Gate Dancer, Dromalis. Free Guess, the filly, was 12th. Kings Island, 13th.
And with a winning trainer, let's go to Bruff Scott.
Bill Watts, the toast of Yorkshire, the toast of England, the toast of the world with Teleprompter. Did you really believe he'd do it?
I always had faith in him, and I thought this track would suit him. And once he got out of that #1 hole, I thought we'd go really well.
But you were stuck for a moment after the break. He didn't have much room.
Yeah, I couldn't see that. You told me that. But he's got speed, but it just takes a little while to get going.
And he's brave.
Very, very brave, very tough. He'd have found more if the other one had got to him.
Congratulations to everybody in England. Dick.
Teleprompter's 10th win on grass in 4 countries, England, France, and Ireland. And now for the official ceremonies, let's go to Tom Hammond.
Well, the Miracle Million is in fact a reality, and the winner of the 1985 Budweiser Million, Teleprompter, the gelding from England, they call him the John Henry of England, and he is the winner, the official winner of the 1985, the 5th running of the Budweiser Arlington Million. Now to present the trophy to the winning owners, Lord and Lady Derby, the governor of the state of Illinois, James Thompson. Governor.
Congratulations. A splendid race, a splendid day, at an extraordinary racetrack, which will rise again.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a a short trip, the music's for the sad man. Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun, praising our leaders, we're getting in tune, the music's played by the